Okay, sir.
Good morning, gentlemen. As you know, the Government of India has approved certain benefits for the defence services personnel, the 7th CPC. Thereafter, the Ministry of Pensions, Personnel and Public Grievances have issued a letter dated 12th of May, giving an example as to how this first method, that is the pension fixation, by taking your PPO amount, whether you are retired in 3rd CPC, 4th CPC, 5th CPC or 6th CPC, how it is to be fixed in the 7th CPC, and that's how your pension for the pre-2016 pensioners will be fixed. There are two methods. One is the notional pay fixation method, taking the pension in your PPO whenever you retired. The second is by 2.57 method. Whichever is beneficial, that will be your pension for the pre-2006 pensioners, that is almost most of us. Okay, I started getting too many SMSs, too many emails, too many Facebook posts and too many WhatsApp messages. It has become almost impossible for me to answer to everybody. So I thought, let me take a video of this presentation I am making to all of you, so that it is beneficial to some. Now, disclaimer, whatever I am going to say is based upon my thought process. I could be wrong in my logic or argument, so it is up to you to interpret my presentation the way it suits you. So let us see what we are going to talk in the next 30 minutes. This is the Army Officers Pay Rules 2017. The Naval and Air Force officers also are the same. So there is not much of a difference. It is only the rank. Instead of a brigadier, it is Air Commodore for the Air Force and Commodore for the Navy. Other than that, there is no change in the figures, no change in the paragraphs. Everything is same. Next. Now you see, most of us are asking me this question. Sir, I am a pre-2006 pensioner. I am pre-2013 pensioner. Is this benefits which the government has given is applicable to me or not? Now when you read Army Pay Rules 2017, please understand there is a provision for eligibility. Who are all eligible for these pay rules? They are pay rules, they are not pension rules. Those who are on active service in the armed forces as on or after January 2016. None of us are serving soldiers, we are retired people. So, this is not applicable to us. Am I correct? Partially correct, partially not correct. Why partially not correct? Because our pensions are linked to the 2018 pensioners. That means those post-2016 people, when they retire in 2018, our pensions will be equalized with their pensions. So, we are also indirectly benefited by this Army Pay Rule. So, we must take some interest to know what is this Army Pay Rules are all about. Those who became pensioners on or after 1st January 2016 also will be beneficial. Now, what is the background? Firstly, let us understand why this Army Pay Rules have come. As far as the civilian central government employees were concerned, the day the 7th CPC report submitted, government approved, they started getting their new pay as well as pension. But the service headquarters are the ones which said there are a large number of anomalies in the armed forces pay for our officers and JSOs who are. It is not acceptable to us in the present form. These core concerns have to be addressed by some body, listen to our grievances, then give you your decision. That's why the government has frozen the pay scales of the serving armed forces personnel from January 2016. They are only getting 10% as a benefit. We can't కూర్చోండి. That is something kindly get up so that we can sit and cover. Now the government of India has constituted a committee to separate these. who have gone and inquired into the core concepts of the armed forces. What are the grievances which the armed forces personnel are facing or perceiving, how to improve upon that. On receipt of the recommendations of the committee, the Union Cabinet sat, I am told, on 2nd of May, approved all the recommendations made by this committee. Government of India issued a gazette notification next day. Now it is a statutory authority. Nobody can question what is there in that. So let us see what are these. Next. Now, what are the major benefits which the armed forces personnel are getting over and above what the 7th CPC has recommended in their report? Next. Firstly, gentlemen, especially if you see the JSOs who are direct entry Havaldars, who are the religious teacher JSOs, they are commissioned as a direct entry Havaldars, some of them in the AEC, some of them are in the NES. They have got a long lifespan. So by having only 24 stages for the defense pensioners, their stagnation will take place. So they recommended that it should be enhanced to 40 like in the civil government employees. Now this is the one most of the pensioners and even the serving people are not understanding. What is this IOR, Index of Rationalization? People started saying that our pension अब बढ़ गया. Even the pre-2016 pensioners started assuming that now that IOR has gone up from 2.57 to 2.67, our pension also will go up. So we will understand what is this IOR and what is this fitment factor of 2.57, then our doubts will be clarified. The IOR is nothing but a multiplication factor for the serving soldiers. That means if you are a Havaldar drawing pay in 6th CPC of let us say 10,000 rupees. When you say pay, it is a pay in payment and grade pay. So that is the initial pay which was got fixed in the 6th CPC. You multiply that with 2.57, 67, 71, 82. Whatever is the index of rationalization, that will become your first pay in the cell of the defense pay matrix. That is your initial pay fixation of the serving soldiers, not pensioners. Okay. So whatever was your pay in 6th CPC, you multiply with this index of rationalization, that will become your pay in the first cell for your rank. What is IOR? The 7th CPC said IOR is different for different ranks. For example, for a Sipahi to Havaldar, it is 2.57. For JSOs, it is 2.67. And officers, it goes from 2.57 to 2.82. They said a Sipahi has got certain responsibilities, whereas the Naib Subedar Sahab, who is a JSO, has much different and higher responsibilities and higher accountability. So you cannot have the same ratio. For example, a lieutenant has got certain responsibilities, whereas a major general who is commanding a division has much higher responsibilities. A corps commander who has got 3 major generals under him, he's got much higher responsibilities. Army commander who has got 3 corps commanders under him, he has got much higher responsibilities. So they fixed
low battery, sir.
Huh?
Low battery, sir.
Low battery. Okay. One చేసేసాను. Yeah, ఇంకో మొబైల్ లో చేయండి. ఇంకో మొబైల్. మీద
నువ్వు ఇటు పక్క కొంచెం కవర్ చేయాలి. బోర్డు రావటం లేదు.
నేను చేస్తాను.